Greetings. Thank you all for coming back to the Spirit Walker channel. Today we are going to talk about the mark of the beast and the Mandela Effect. So first of all, a disclaimer. We're not going to talk about how the Mandela Effect is changing or could be changing the references to the mark of the beast in the Bible. We're not going to talk about that. What we are going to be talking about is how the references or the idea of the mark of the beast, or in particular one specific possibility for what the mark of the beast is or could be, is affecting people in relation to the Mandela Effect. So that's what we are going to discuss here today. I didn't want to give the wrong idea to people that we are going to talk about the Mandela Effect changing references, biblical references at all. That's not what we are going to talk about here. But before we go there, I just wanted to ask you guys a question. I was meditating in the shower the other day, and this idea came to me. I was just wondering if the Mexican branch of the global elite cabal would call themselves the Illuminachos. Sorry about that. This is a silly thing to say. I don't want to offend anyone. But it was just something funny that came up to me the other day. My higher self has a very good sense of humor, and apparently he or she has quite a lot of time as well to come up with this type of stuff. Now, I just wanted to start with a reference to the mark of the beast, and that comes from Revelation 13:16, and it reads like this: "It also forced all people, great and small, rich and poor, free and slave, to receive a mark on their right hand and on their foreheads, so that no one could buy or sell unless he had the mark, the name of the beast, or the number of its name." That's Revelation 13:16. So this paragraph, the idea that humanity will be marked in some way by the beast has been debated. People have written, books and theses about this, and there are several different interpretations to what that could be. But first of all, I just wanted to ask, who is the beast? Or I just wanted to discuss very quickly, who is the beast? There is a long tradition that the beast is the Catholic Church. That's one possible tradition. Not really the Catholic Church in terms of people, but more specifically the Vatican, which is a place that we know engages in ritual child sacrifice and Satanism and all of that stuff. And it's blatantly obvious, the way that the Vatican has protected pedophile priests, the way that they're trying to humiliate victims. All of that stuff shows us that there is nothing holy about the Vatican at all. And the Vatican is actually, it fits the description of the beast like a glove. Now, I would like to make this a little bit broader. I would like to say that the beast, to me, it would represent the Illuminati, the Cabal, and the reason for that is that we know that the Cabal has representations in the Vatican. So the Vatican is controlled by the cabal, by this group of Luciferian worshippers. But we also know that the same group of people, the families, the bloodline of the 13 families, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the Windsors, and blah blah blah, etc. They also control finance, Wall Street. They also control the media. They also control the defense contractor industry. They also control big mining companies. So basically, they control the world economy and politics. So we can't really say, or to me, it's not really accurate to say that the beast is going to be or is the Vatican alone, because the Vatican is only one manifestation of this bigger disease that we have, which is the Illuminati cabal that we have on this planet. So to me, the beast is actually the Illuminati cabal and all of its manifestations in politics, in quote unquote religion. You know, the Vatican is a Satanist place, is a place for devil worship, but also big business, big pharma, media, and defense contractors, and all of the things that there are that follow from that. Now there is a biblical passage that is extremely interesting, and it's Revelation 13:2. And this is how it goes. So it's, the beast must receive its power, seat, and authority from the dragon. That's what Revelation 13:2 says. Now, the power, the seat is the capital. So where is this power being yielded from? Well, the capitals of the world. Washington, which is the political capital, London and New York, which are the financial and business capitals, and the Vatican, which are the religious capital. So these centers, they are the centers of the seats of power of the beast, the seats of power of the Illuminati. And there is absolutely no question that the world is governed by this sick elite of psychopaths from these places. Now the thing is, the authority was given by the dragon. So the Illuminati received the authority by the dragon. Who is the dragon? Well, it has to be the reptilians. The fourth density reptilians that we have been discussing here on this channel, on the Spirit Walker channel, and on many channels on YouTube. David Icke has discussed this quite comprehensively as well. Corey Good, David Wilcock, and so many others. We have been discussing the power of the reptilians on human society, and this is all captured on the Bible as using the figure of the dragon. Now, going back to the mark of the beast, there are several interpretations for what the mark of the beast could be. A lot of people say that the mark of the beast is a chip, or could be a chip, a medical implant chip that people will receive on the forehead and or on the right hand. And this has already started. There are some idiots that have already volunteered, some materialists, idiots that have already volunteered to receive chips implanted in their own bodies. And if you do a research on transhumanism, you're going to see that these things are happening. So this could be the mark of the beast. That's the first possibility. The second possibility is that the mark of the beast could actually be a symbol. It could be something like a tattoo or a barcode, something like that people would receive, and that would identify them as being materialists, that would identify them as being followers of Lucifer, followers of Satan. And this will allow them to prosper in society. As the Bible says, they're going to be able to buy and sell things. So in other words, prosper. Now, the third possibility for the mark of the beast is that it could be a symbolic reference. So the mark on the forehead could be what we think, and the mark on the hand could be what we do. So the mark of the beast on the forehead and on the hand is what we think and do. So if you have Luciferian thoughts, and if you do Luciferian deeds as a materialist, you will be embraced by this Luciferian society, and that's the way, and you're going to prosper, and you're going to be able to buy and sell as the Bible says. That's the symbolic interpretation of the mark of the beast. I would like to present a fourth interpretation that, to me, it makes quite a lot of sense. And the mark of the beast on the forehead could be a non-functional third eye chakra. So the third eye chakra is the Ajna chakra, and that's the chakra that opens the mind to spiritual things, to higher things. That's the chakra that allows you to talk to your higher self, allows you to receive intuitions and knowledge and inspiration from not only your higher self, but also your spiritual guides, and also the inner earth teachers, that they are always trying to influence us to do the right thing and help humanity ascend into fourth density positive. Now, if you have this third eye chakra closed, the third eye chakra that is in your forehead, you are not going to be able to receive inspiration. So basically, your connection with intelligent infinity has been severed. And this is what the beast, or the Illuminati cabal, is trying to do to everybody. A lot of people say that the mark of the beast is a blocked third eye chakra caused by the calcification of the pineal gland. I think that this is an interesting theory, but I think that it's more than that. I think that the blocked third eye chakra comes from us having a life that is completely dedicated to material things, and nothing that we do is spiritual. We only live for material things. We want to get money, success. We want to be famous and powerful and all of that stuff. So the more that you live in a material world, the more, or with material intentions, material ideas, the more that your third eye chakra will be closed. Because if you don't use it, you lose it. So if you are not open to spiritual ideas and influences and truths are not going to flow back to you through your third eye chakra. And this is the great victory of Satan, which is creating this absolutely materialistic world. And by doing so, Satan has cut humanity off from higher spiritual realities, from higher spiritual teachers. And we have had quite a lot of teachers and envoys trying to wake us up to that fact. We had Christ, we had Buddha, we had a whole range of back in ancient history, we have Zarathustra, and we had a lot of help from higher spirituality. But all of that is going to come to naught if we don't decide to wake us for this higher reality. If we decide to keep on living a material life, we are going to remain locked into a material world. In other words, we're going to live with our third eye chakra blocked, and we are not going to perceive higher realities. Now, what potential proof do we have that the third eye chakra blockage could be the mark of the beast? Well, there is a very interesting passage that I'm going back to the Bible. If you see Revelations 22:4, it comes back to you as they will see his face, or God's face, and his name will be on their foreheads. So that's a very clear indication that the knowledge of God is on their forehead. So God is not going to stamp you like a cattle. God's not going to give you a tattoo or a mark like that. So the knowledge of the name of God in your forehead is actually a symbolic reference to your third eye chakra, which is the brow chakra, which is the chakra that is within or between your two eyes, open to spirituality and open to the Word of God. Now, this is really very interesting. So just to wrap up, what is the connection of all this with the Mandela Effect? Well, what is happening is that the Mandela Effect community, people that are already discussing this effect, and people that have felt this effect, are those who have a functioning third eye chakra. They are already alive to the possibility of a direct influence from higher spiritual realms into our world. And every time that you try to go out and tell someone about the Mandela Effect and other interdimensional issues, and you are rebuffed, you are ridiculed, that is a sign that you're talking to someone that has a third eye chakra blockage. So all of the people that are out there scoffing of the Mandela Effect community and ignoring it, and they are completely oblivious. They're not being false. They're not being ridiculous. They are just reflecting their own reality, in which there is nothing, or there is no such a thing as spirituality or higher realities. They can't see what's in front of their eyes because their third eye chakra is blocked. That's the mark of the beast. That's the great separator between those that will follow a more spiritual path and will try to raise their vibration to help Earth ascend, and those that are very happy to continue in a materialistic world, doing everything that the Illuminati cabal tells them to do, and they're going to continue to be slaves to the financial system, and they're happy to do that. So, it's their free will. We can't force anything on anyone, and that is just a reflection of the third eye chakra blockage. Or as I prefer, this could be the mark of the beast. I could be wrong. I'm not saying that I'm the owner of the truth, but I'm just saying that this interpretation of the expression, the mark of the beast, resonates with me, and I would like to know your views. What do you think? Please comment below. I just wanted to close this video by talking a little bit about Ascension. Ascension, I believe that Ascension is going to be in in a way in which realities will split. And the Mandela Effect has already shown us that parallel timelines can collide and can intersect. And we have discussed this on a number of other videos. Please go watch my other videos where I discuss timelines and timelines splitting, timelines interconnecting, and time loops and all of that stuff. So go to my other videos. But I truly believe that the Mandela Effect is giving us a hint about how ascension is going to take place. I think that realities are going to split. In one reality, Earth will continue to be host to the Illuminati, because that's the reality where all of the people that are materialistic and they are happy with being materialistic, they're going to stay in that reality, and then heaven knows what's going to happen to that reality. I think that maybe you could be talking about more false flag attacks, complete enslavement of humanity, nuclear war, and all of that stuff. But before that happens, reality may split, and I think that reality will split, and there is going to be another Earth, another reality, another world in which the people that have chosen to ascend, they will be part of this reality, and that's the reality in which Earth will become a fourth density, positive place, a place that is governed, a society that is governed by love and compassion, and there is going to be no trace of that other reality, of that other Earth, where the Illuminati will still be in power, and they're going to have to repeat third density, the 72,000 years of third density, and we are not going to be able to see that reality, because it's going to be a parallel reality, it's going to be a diverging reality. And this is very interesting, because I'm going back to the Bible now to show you something that is extremely exciting. If you just go to Isaiah 65:17, it says, "See, I will create new heavens and a new earth, and the former things will not be remembered, nor will they come to mind." This is very interesting, because look, so if we were just ascending without a reality split, how would we forget what we went through? So how can the other Earth not come to mind? Of course we would remember. God wouldn't just wipe out our memories. It doesn't really make sense. You can't really just transfer souls or transfer people into a heavenly state and then wipe out their memories. So it doesn't make sense. So the reason why this passage is written in such a way in the Bible, so the old things will not come to mind, I think that it's just the biblical way of expressing the view that realities will split, and therefore the old Earth and the old society, governed by the Illuminati, will not come to mind, because we won't have access to that reality. It's going to be a parallel reality, a divergent reality from the reality that the ascended Earth will experience. That's the only way that I find to explain this view that the old Earth will not come to mind, as stated so beautifully in the Bible. So I hope that this has been useful. So we are all together in this journey trying to help Earth ascend the best way possible. So thank you for watching this video. I would like you to please subscribe and share. We need to reach as many people as possible. So click the like button below. Thank you very much. God bless. Bye.